Hi friends, welcome back to Magic with Melly. Today's Tarot Thursday message is all about your options, guys, or ladies, or thems, he, she's, whatever you are. Okay, you guys are beautiful inside and out, and to the point where there's so many people who are drawn to you, who want to journey towards you, make decisions towards you, maybe take you out, give you, options. Maybe someone wants to give you options. Maybe they want to be your only option by giving you multiple options. Maybe you have more than one person who's vying for your attention, okay? Because we have this Seven of Cups back of the deck energy. This was the ultimate back of the deck energy, and we have the Two of Pentacles kicking out over here. So I'm seeing definitely, now that we're operating from balance or from our highest self, really seeing things as we should, really seeing our worth, really seeing the beauty and gorgeous, handsome, strong, independent energies within us. And when you recognize with yourself, you are bringing out many different options, many different things that are attracted to you. It may not even just be people. It could be job opportunities coming in that are options and choices for you. You have lots of things to consider here. Okay, you should maybe pay a bit closer attention to your opportunities rather than anything that's falling apart or going sour in your life. You know, if those things are going sour, they're either going to get better or worse depending on the energy that you put forward. All right, if you've already put forward energy to try and fix it, you haven't seen results, realize that the cycle is only going to continue if you've already done all that you can to try and fix a situation. Or, you have to release that feeling in yourself that you need to fix somebody or something. The only thing that you need to fix is that particular element of yourself. If someone is broken and they need to put their own life together, they need to piece their own things together. And so there's plenty of people who have done that for themselves. They have pieced themselves together. They are a whole, they are an individual, and you are an individual. You are gorgeous inside and out, and so are they. They are attractive inside and out. And so now they're ready to explore you. They're ready to explore a third thing. They've balanced, in and out. And now, like internal, external for them as an individual. And now they're ready for abundance. They're ready for you. And so if you're ready for this, you should pay attention to how people are approaching you. Are they approaching you with opportunities? Are they approaching you with plans? Are they approaching you with good ideas? You should be looking at these, those connections, those types of people that are showing up for you in your life, literally or figuratively. They could be figuratively showing up for you. They could be showing up for you in spirit by giving you advice, or literally actually being at your doorstep or there whenever you need them. Okay, but there is plenty of things to consider. So let's get into it. What should you be paying more attention to? How can you be manifesting a good outcome and not accidentally manifesting like a bad outcome? Because sometimes that happens. We don't realize what our energy, where we're currently at. Maybe you need to see something in your situation. Realize that you're drawn to this card reading for a reason, but it's a collective reading, so not everything in the video is going to resonate exactly. If it does, then bless. But just realize that if it's not for you, then it's probably here for somebody else, and that if you need a personal, you can connect with me in regards to that, as far as that. And also with crystal healing, I do have services with crystal healing. I'm going to break down the card readings for you. So if you resonated with the beginning messages, you realize maybe you need to pay more attention either to oneself or a specific thing. You know, like you're some of us are sort of indecisive. It could be right in the title, it's all about secret admirers, and it's like a job offer could be admiring you from afar or considering you from afar, or a person could be considering you from afar, and they may not have spoken up to you yet. Maybe that you've put your energy out there, you've put your applications out there, you have a maybe Tinder or dating profile. I'm hearing a dating profile heavily here, and so maybe you don't realize how many people actually do enjoy you and actually do like you, because maybe you are at a level where you are like, again, you have options. Someone hasn't matched your level yet, and so it's all right to have your standards. If they don't meet your standards, they don't meet your standards. I think some of us in the collective would rather be alone than fuck with or deal with somebody who's going to give you partial energy, or that you give partial energy to. You just don't feel like it's right to do that to somebody. If you don't have a full energy for somebody, you rather just not. And so there it is, guys. Let's get more decisive. I think we have borderline indecisive energy. I think we need more things revealed to ourselves. We need to be maybe more revealing. I'm hearing the word revealing, so maybe something needs to be revealed to you, or you need to be more revealing to the other. It could be a physical body, it could be emotional, you know, sharing, being, just having something be more visible or easy to connect with or see or feel or hear. Like whatever you think will bring flow in that direction, I think could help, right? If you need something that's, you know, more information, more we're talking about being revealing. So if you're, you know, stripping your clothes off, maybe you want to be more attractive. I mean, you don't have to take off clothes to be attractive. You could really let your soul shine by the gifts that you have. It's not all about physical looks. I think we're really pushed into a society where looks seem to be really impressive or important in our youth. Sure, in our youth, yes, but then after that, you know, that does fade. Our youth does fade, beauty can fade, but the gifts and the things that we have to work with in our current state do not fade. So there's an element of working on yourself, and that doesn't mean working on your physical body. It's working on what practices really enliven your soul and really help you feel like, help your soul feel like you are paid attention to. Because I think that the issue with connections is when there's no when the attention is shifted. It's like you have to figure out like where to go and where it belongs. As like energy is always going to be shifting. So maybe we can kind of elaborate. I don't know. I don't want to be really specific there. So maybe it'll help if I pull out more cards. But I have 2 tarot decks. I have the regular tarot and I have a villain's tarot. I think that some of us, amongst having secret admirers, we have people who are foes, who are villains, who have, you know, fake friends. You know, I'm hearing fake friends, that saboteurs, trying to navigate, you know, what to pay attention to make sure that you are getting all the admiration and all the love well deserved, right? Because if you're in this reading, you're probably amazing, and you need to figure out like, why are you struggling? Why are some connections struggling? What are your blockages? What do you need to pay attention to? We're gonna get into it. I have 2 tarots. And I brought out the villains deck because we all love Disney. Well, that's a generalization. We don't all love Disney, but I love Disney, okay? And I think that villains can be they could be depicted in a very fluent way for children to understand that you know, evil kind of comes from being misunderstood, and then that's like a full circle on maybe you just need to be understood in your connections or in your workplace or in your family space or literally your living space. Okay, but you know, I really want to increase the abundance towards your admirers. You should be surrounded by your admirers, and you should make it a safe space so where they're not necessarily feeling like they have to stay secret. Why? Like, what's wrong with the amount of love that you have in your life? What is wrong with being well loved? Except for those people who are jealous who do not have those things, right? But I think this is just the reading for those people who do have a lot of love, and maybe you are blocking yourself from love from yourself, love with others, because maybe it's a specific person or a specific perspective that blocks this. It's an energy that blocks this, and I'm trying to release it. I'm trying to help us, you know, self-realize, self-awareness, self-love, self-help. Now, if you believe my messages to be clear and direct and amazing for you, I would absolutely love if you would share or like. You know, you can donate your energy for free, or there's, you know, other ways that you can donate for the channel to be able to be successful. But I definitely encourage you to show your admiration for the channel, or that it resonates for you, just so that your energy can, you know, continue to flow with everybody's growth, that I will grow and you will grow with me if you just help contribute. And so that's just a little tidbit I'm going to add in there. This is pre-shuffled oracle cards, and I have tea leaf oracles to sort of help us maybe with a time frame or synchronicities, validation, whatever you think you may need. I hope that I can bring it all here this Thursday. So without further ado, I'm going to clear space and get started. Let's get out tarot and continue. Okay, back of the deck was 10 of Cups, but let's continue on. If you saw, that's definitely that definitely was meant for us to be seeing. So I'm going to pull that and leave that there, because we did have the 5 of Cups here. So this energy, Spirit's highlighting, it's got to be behind us. We got to start paying attention to the positives. We got to start paying attention to the opportunities, because this is the devil energies here. Okay, I don't mean to just whatever religion you're in, there is devilish energy, hellish energy, demonish energy, negative energy. I'm hearing addictions, I'm hearing bad habits, I'm hearing codependency, I'm hearing routine, I'm hearing same cycle. Okay, it's time to break that cycle. I'm going to look at here. It says this is a 7 of Pentacles reverse, King of Cups. Pay attention to how you feel. That's probably where you need to work. And then there's that 10 of Cups again. Pay attention to how you feel, because that is where you can really expand. If you don't feel good, do you want to continue feeling bad? Answer yourself that, yes or no. And then pay attention to what you focus on. Are you focusing on something that has a bad context or something that has a good context? And microscope that. Really microscope yourself. Am I in a healthy mental space? Am I being too negative? Am I being too positive? Is this irrational or rational? Am I being really dependent on someone, or is this really independent? Too much of any individual energy is going to be too much, period. There is here very, very big weighted energy on balance. You don't want to be too rigid with any boundaries that you have. Same goes with any specific energy and an emotion that you have. If you are really, really angry, that will have a repercussion, a ripple effect. If you are like too happy, you can be too happy, and then, you know, you could start gloating and thinking you have it all, and then like you got it in the bag, and then like lo and behold, like it just slips from underneath you because you didn't secure it. You thought you would have it forever, but then you don't. And so it's like, really pay attention to how you feel and see if you have an imbalance somewhere. Am I not thankful enough? Am I, you know, can I, or you could always be more thankful. I feel like that question should never be there, like that saying like, oh, yeah, I'm thankful enough. No, like you could always be more thankful. You could always say thank you for every for every item that you can physically see. You could say thank you, like in your environment, even if it is giving you a bad context or a good context. You could say thank you because it will teach you something. It is safe for you to experience certain things too. You're not going to fall into an experience that you're not gonna be cut out for or shaped for. The only thing that kind of removes you from feeling like it belongs or that it's right is your mind space saying this isn't right, because maybe you're not used to it. Maybe it feels like it doesn't fit because it's like, I'm hearing, okay, well, the Hermit card could be very significant for you. You could be a Virgo, but you don't, or have Virgo in your placements, but that doesn't have to be true for everyone in the collective. Your partner could be a Virgo or be dealing, you know, it could be anything. But I'm definitely just vibing with Hermit and crabs and shells. You know, like they have to completely get rid of their shell, and it's like their home, it's their everything, to make, you know, so that they could find a new home. And they totally make space in they find home in a new space. They have to rehome themselves every time they grow. And it's like, you can make that a location change. You can make that your friend groups can come and go. I'm hearing a big thing on location. Maybe you need a bigger home for you and your partners or partners, right? If you have people who are supportive of you, because if they're admiring you, they're looking at you, they're either supporting you or hating you. And even if they're hating you, they're still some way supporting you because they're adding to your energy, they're adding to your abundance. And so when you feel safe enough to share and express yourself and be more you, abundance will begin to come in. You're gonna get offers for exactly the thing that you were asking for, and be like, what? Like, how did they know? You may be wondering, like, you may be just getting random people reaching out at you out of the blue. And that will come from just all this work that you do with yourself. When you choose not to, right, this Seven of Cups is coming out, but it's in reverse. When you're choosing not to entertain shit that's not worthy of you, you realize you start seeing things that are worthy of you begin to pop up, and you got to use your judgment, because you didn't just put in all this work on yourself and do all this work for someone to destroy it or try and get in the way with it. Like, so you have to really place judgments when people are approaching you. Are they approaching you in a good heart or with a bad heart? What are their intentions? Like, see and feel the energy, and then operate. You know, don't close a blind eye because you want to believe in the good in people. Yeah, there is good in people, but are they good towards you specifically? Or are they trying to be good to themselves and use a bad action? You know, and that's their journey. okay, not your journey. You do not have to take a bad action and say that you deserve that or deserve to repeat the action or anything like that, okay? So we have, this is reversed, but it's fine. It says hack the breath. So some of you need to, you know, slow down, take breaths, really, again, pay attention. Why are people showing up? Because it could be to get in the middle of things. They want what you have. One reason the breath plays such a central role in meditation is that it is always available, so you don't need any special conditions to use it. Breath. If you need help, your access to yourself is always there. And I think that's what, especially highlighting the hacking of breath, you can use it to calm anger issues. You can use it to calm yourself down when you feel like overly excited or anxious. 'Cause sometimes when you're overly excited, you forget about someone else. When you have too much of an emotion, you forget about someone else's feelings, or you don't notice something else in, you know, in your surroundings. Maybe you're jumping for joy, but you don't realize that someone was like choking in the background. And I don't mean, that sounds like an extreme, but it's like it could be like that, or a birthday, right? Someone could be just, it could be the worst day of their life, and also someone else's wedding day. And so taking a breath and like slowing it down and, you know, pacing yourself with how am I addressing specific things with my feelings, and transmuting these things. And breath is a way to hack into calming all that. And I love that it says it's such a central role in meditation, is that it's always, you don't need a special thing to use it. It's unconditional. The fact that we're alive, we're breathing, that we exist with the universe, that is unconditional love. So the access, that eternal access to yourself, that eternal access to universal guidances, your spirit guides, that's all in meditation. That's all done with breath, controlling breath and controlling your feelings and emotions, being in meditation, being accessing that intuitiveness in yourself. The magic with you, because this is Magic with Melly, okay? You guys are magic, and you guys are here with me, and I love it. But perhaps just as important as is that it can be a mirror for how you're feeling. If you are stressed or tense, your breath reflects that by becoming short. If you are relaxed, your breath is longer. Take advantage of that mirror relationship by intentionally making your breath long and slow, even if you're not feeling particularly relaxed, and see what happens. So maybe we could take a moment for a breathing exercise, going and pacing yourself, giving yourself several seconds, and increasing how many seconds between the inhales and exhales, and really feeling your lungs expand and release. The Internet of People. This card says, when we engage with everyday objects, we can choose to look deeper to appreciate the incredible world behind the object. Every product, service, or experience that makes up our lives, from the food we eat to the products we purchase to the streets we walk upon, exists because of the work, commitment, and love of hundreds, sometimes even thousands of people. This is the true internet, the network of human beings who either directly or indirectly have made life as we know it possible. Pick an object today that you've never considered closely and take a moment to reflect on all the energy that went into its existence. May the appreciation flow. So big time on gratitude. I was saying earlier that you could literally have thanks for any one individual item, or have many thanks for individual items. And this card literally validated me saying that before I read it in the reading. And it's like, you can be thankful for every single person, thing, place you've been or that you're experiencing, because it took all of these things for that moment to be experienced. You know, it didn't just take you to show up, it took all the other people around you to show up, and even many people before that to build the buildings that are around you, or make the cards, you know, making the cards that I'm reading from. There's many creators that were involved in that. I'm now a person who is influenced by that. You're influenced by that. There's so much to pay attention to on a microscope scale, and then on a macro scale, micro and macro. And it's like, if some things are overwhelming, shift from looking at the bigger picture to a smaller picture, zooming in. Or if you've been looking at the smaller details too much, zoom out. Okay, this reading is just all about increasing your admirers and increasing the love in your life, noticing what to pay attention to have that. Enjoy the ordinary. One of the reasons we are so willingly and easily distracted is that we're not very good at dealing with the ordinary. It's boring, so we let our minds wander off to find something interesting. But boredom is often a sign of calm mixed with restlessness. If we let go of the restlessness and appreciate the stillness of the moment, there is enjoyment to be found in the ordinary. Next time you're feeling bored, sit with the feeling for a few minutes and enjoy the quiet calm of the moment. So, some of you are not used to this. Some of you are just really used to writing chaos. If it's not chaos, it's nothing. It's weird. And I think that message is enough said right there. We have inner child. Allow me to give compassion and love to that little one. Let me attend to its deepest needs and feelings. Change. When the ego finally sees the utter madness of trying to control everything, you come to a sacred crossroads in your own evolution. The card says faith. Miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. And divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation, only love itself. I love this faith and love cards, specifically because I was reading that if you can imagine it, then it can happen. It just depends on the steps that you take that could put you in that place. Now, dreams don't necessarily have to come true. If you have a nightmarish dream, it's meant to show you that you're maybe on the path towards that, and if you don't want that to happen, you should take steps in order for that not to happen. If you do, if you have a nightmarish dream, it's just to show you that this is the track that you're on. And when you wake up, you tend to have a feeling of wanting to do something or sharing it because you're like so distraught by it. That's your spirit guides or your spirit allies, maybe, or even your intuition. However you want to take that, you are being visited or being shown certain things for the reason that if you can imagine it, if it's there, then it's manifesting, or almost, it's like it's manifesting. It can manifest. It doesn't mean that it will. It's up to you if you want it to. And so I've been dreaming of a singing mother. This is a personal thing for myself, but I've been dreaming about a singing mother almost my entire life since infancy. And I now have clear recall on that. It used to be so blurry. I used to place it on, my mom or some aunts and I don't know why I said uncles, some aunts, some grandmothers, even my sister, right? And then I realized that this singing mother is me in the future. It was my higher self showing showing my purpose since childhood, since infancy. And so this could be how this is specific messages for someone. Your inner child, some of these things that you received when you're an inner child, it's probably the exact change that you're looking for if you can remember it. If you could remember some of the things from your childhood that make you feel very playful and fun and wild, like faith, this just, you have to believe in it even though you haven't seen it. And I believed, and I was like, that's very clear to me. I've always dreamt of a singing mother, but like what its importance wasn't clear. I always just believed that I would kind of understand it later. I never looked further into it or paid closer attention to things until now, or until later, until like the timing was right. Sometimes it's about when the timing is right. Maybe now is the right time to start paying attention to things in the past. Maybe it wasn't a right time before. You weren't in a right mental space to return to the past. Some of you wonder why you're getting unblocked. Some things are unblocking, and it could be really triggering. And in this time space, show yourself love. Okay, when you unblock something, it's that pain that pain is going to be re-triggered. It could be that you have to push a button and that person then is upset and then starts attacking you, and because the trigger is that you're pushing go on no more pain, and now that you have a boundary and you say no, that person is now going to inflict pain, and in that time space you need to protect yourself. You need to show yourself love. There's also the triggers of where you need to forgive and learn and love yourself through these triggers, right? Because sometimes we are reminded that it's like this uncomfortable gray space of you're not who you're meant to be yet, but you're also not who you were. And you need to show yourself love because of who you are now, because you're not who you will be, and you're not who you were. You are who you are now. And if you show yourself love now, then that will kind of push you into the person that you're going to be. Abundance reverse. Okay, this is reverse because when it came out, it fell on the floor. It whole ass made me work to pick it up. Okay, and you guys need to probably transmute this anxiety that you have with working on yourself and growing and strengthening yourself. Transmute this anxiety. Give yourself space from people who are used to who you used to be. Really be comfortable with being alone. Really be comfortable with being alone, because not everyone's going to be a part of this next chapter. And I'm telling you, it's going to be painful to see who's not coming along. But it's also going to be very freeing. It's going to be very light and beautiful to have your true soul tribe, to have this true belonging with yourself, true belonging with your surroundings, that unity of feeling like one with everything. You could really only get that if you hold space for the clearing of who can't come on this next portion. It's all the people who don't believe in your vision. They have to match your vision, match your worth, be on that same level. Okay, there's these options. We're back to the options. Don't give in to your lower standards just because you're lonely. Those are blockages. Those are distractions. That is your lower vibrational self trying to stay around. Clear your old self. You're still you. You're still your old self. You're always your future self. Okay, because I've always been my future self. How could I have possibly been a singing mother at an infant? Like, how could, right? Like, that's just a little blurb there, but it's like, it's this inner knowing. And you can receive that in this time and space. Inner knowing about others, inner knowing about where to go, what the next step is, inner knowing about who you are. Signs and synchronicities if you need help finding or discovering on this path to who you are. If you're not very far along on this path, maybe you need more guidances. Your important numbers to be looking for are 0s, 8s, and 4s right now, and 1s. 1s, 0s, 8s, and 4s, and maybe a 7 if you'd like. Angels ask for your attention. Open your eyes, listen, and think about everything that's happening. Trust your intuition and follow their guidance without any delay. Focus inward through meditation and prayer. I am observant. 17, the quality of work you can produce when you're going at it alone is almost unbelievable. You are as independent as you are ambitious, capable of performing every step of the way with efficiency, focus, and skill. I am independent. 17. 88, you are on the cusp of a prosperous and abundant spiritual life. You will find numerous opportunities. You will find numerous opportunities for success. Ask for success. That's so funny. You are definitely asking for it by being in this reading, and your answer is yes. An achievement, all of which bring financial and material abundance into your life. I am wealthy. So you're on the cusp of prosperous, abundant spiritual life. 8, I am successful. Your talent for setting and reaching goals is like no other. You are self-sufficient and capable of achieving your ambitions. 8 representing the ebb and flow, the infinite loop of creation. 444, trust your journey, trust the way your life unfolds, and trust that you are where you need to be at the present moment. I am protected. So it's like a lot of dreams, a lot of your intuition may not make sense until you settle into who you're meant to be, who you are. I didn't really understand why I was a finance degree at San Jose State for so long, why I suffered through so much misery, and I realized that it's a part of the journey. I'm hearing and seeing that post about life is meant to be understood backwards. Like it's best understood backwards. So if you don't understand something right now, you got to keep going so that you can understand it later. And I love that energy here. Spellbound. We've all read the romance poets and heard the breakup songs. Love is a drug and is usually infatuation, a fixation, a desperate longing, a fever dream, both anguished and sweet. It's a spell we hope never breaks. Yet break it we must if we're ever going to uncover a sustainable relationship under the rubble of romantic self-wreckage. Action. Falling under another's spell is delicious, but like dancing with fairies, if you stay too long in that trance state, you may never come back. You may be taken advantage of. You may lose yourself entirely in another instead of further but trusting your own empowerment. Stand firm. No one gets more of your time and energy than you do. So that last message is hella profound. No one gets more of your time and energy than you do. That should be your affirmation. No one gets more of your time and energy than you do. Whatever you decide to give to someone else, that is like you have abundance. You've given so much to yourself, you have enough to give to someone else now. And this card says, we are the lovers. Why should our reverence and romance be reserved for our sexual partners? This is a call to reignite a love affair with the other precious people in your life, your friends. One of the greatest gifts we've ever received is the chance to form chosen families, and yet these ties are often first to be broken when an admirer comes along. Action. Unlike partners, in most cases, our friends who love us are our lovers for life. Whether purely platonic or ambiguous and undefinable, our soul sisters, brothers, and siblings beyond the binary are the passionate, supportive, ceaselessly affectionate ones we've been waiting for. Embrace them, spend time with them, tell them you love them. That's hella true about when we find an admirer, keyword admirer, we tend to ditch our friends, or some of us. Okay, some of us deal with people who do that, and it's like, it hurts. That really hurts. Like, why do you banish all the other love in your life when you have the one? They don't have to be the only one. It's like they're the main one that adds to your abundance, but they don't have to be the only one. They really don't have to be the other one. And so justified and ancient. Are you aspiring to make your ancestors proud? How do you embody them every day? To connect to our way back lineage is to fortify our worth, our dignity, and our belonging in a tapestry of time. When we embrace pleasure in the name of those who came before us, we honor them and their legacy. It doesn't matter if we don't know their stories, they live in us. Our ancestors have a lot to teach us. No matter our cultural and genetic backgrounds, our progenitors knew pain and they knew bliss. They knew the earth, their bodies, and their connection to all living things. They ask us, research, and remember. So it's really important to kind of draw in your history and your lineage and learn from them. Not only learn from your mistakes, but you can learn from your ancestors' mistakes. Listen close. They say when something tells you, when someone or something tells you who they are, listen. But the challenge of listening is a question of presence. Most of us listen to another person in order to react. We wait for our turn to respond, projecting the best for else most reactive versions of ourselves outward in a bid to center ourselves and be heard. To be present is to completely connect with someone else in the moment, drinking in every word they say, literally and figuratively. Listening is a practice in big empathy, divorced of expectations or demands. Instead, it asks you to simply serve, to witness the divinity in another, imperfections and all. Try deep listening today. You'll be amazed by how rewarding it is. And this card, the last one there, says Memento Mori. It says radical aliveness is an antidote to the unremarkable and ordinary. Stepping into this embodied state is the quickest way to an intensely pleasurable life. What is radical aliveness? It's remembering that, as Mary Oliver said, you have only one wild and precious life, and that every day brings us closer to death. So live fully, openly, and in commitment to your enjoyment. Have a hidden fantasy you secretly want realized? Explore it. Want to feel a certain way? Chase that feeling. Life is your free continental buffet breakfast, and you only live once that we know of. Make sure you taste everything. Now, these cards are messages of love oracle cards by All Things Intuitive. It says trust. It is safe to trust in the situation that you're in right now, and in your decisions and in yourself. Trust yourself first and foremost, and trust the situation that you found yourself in right now for exactly what it is. Trust that your self-care will attract in whatever you need or want in this time and space. Clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. Here and now, your true love is already part of your life and passion. Try something you've never done before. So this true love energy, it's true. It already exists in your life. It's you. But if you're looking for someone that's a match to you, it could be that you need to try something new in order to find them, or that you need to try something new with your love in order to reignite. Okay, because some of us already are in relationships. I'm not only speaking to my singles, and I'm not only speaking to my relationships. I'm speaking to as many as I can to try and help as many as I can. So see that how you want to. We have celebrate yourself. You deserve it. We have surround yourself with your soul tribe. Today holds unlimited possibilities to see the beauty in life. Unlimited possibilities, right? Unlimited objects in our environment. You go, like, there's so many things around you. Surround yourself with your soul tribe. Find your family, find your friends, and don't dump them when you find your partner. Really stay connected. Tune into your inner peace. Don't be bold. Don't be afraid to stand out. It's okay to be you. It's okay to have a lot of people in your energy. If you're not used to that, really take the time to pay attention to yourself. That's a message for those of you that are struggling and are like, okay, what do I pay attention to? Pay attention to yourself. If you have a lot of people in your energy, pay attention to yourself. If you don't have a lot of people in your energy, maybe pay attention to other people so that they can inspire you on how to be stronger, how to be exactly what you want to be, right? Because we have teachers, we have students for everything. We have mentors, we have role models, we have like people who are less experienced and fully experienced in any one category or thing. So allow yourself the peace of mind to bring yourself towards anything and develop your experiences there. It doesn't matter where you are, like just level up and be matched. You don't have to wait for someone to be on your level. Just be on your level. Just continue to pass the test, pass the level. Maybe the next chapter is finding someone, you know, on a new level. Ace of Wands reverse for the collective. Whatever you think you wanted, it's falling apart because you always deserved better. You always deserved, you're on your divine path. It's coming in regardless. It's like Spirit's laughing because this is a 7 of coins. Spirit's laughing because whatever you've chosen in the past, it's like, all right, that was a fun run. That was what it was. Okay, now we know. Now we know what not to do, or now we know, okay. And this is so funny with Kronk, with the devil and the angel. If maybe you need to watch Emperor's New Groove and really see, really pay attention to how Kronk addresses his like demons and angels, and like maybe that's how you need to address some of these things, and how you're gonna clear away like the evil stepmom. Maybe you do have an evil stepmom, or worried about an evil stepmom, like her there, or even betrayal energy, someone who's trying to sabotage you. I know that in Cinderella, mom really tried to sabotage the hell out of Cinderella so that her daughters can proceed. And it's like, you got to really zoom out and see someone's intentions when they approach you, whoever they are, if they're secret admirers, if they are whatever, you'll see, okay? You'll see. Because I'm hearing mirror, mirror on the wall, you know, this, who's the fairest one of all? It's funny because in this story, it's like the mirror is always telling the person who asks who the fairest one of all is. It's like, that's up to your judgment. Like, are you being fairest to yourself? 2 of Cups, reverse. In places where you're not happy, when I say do more, I don't mean add to the energy. I mean do more to like reduce the unhappiness, you know? Don't just feed the energy. Transmute it, clear it, clean it, get rid of it, banish it, address it, communicate it. If you see it through. If it still feels like this after some time, give yourself a time period. How long can I take this before change has to come forward? Like, what is your capacity? Don't, because the previous reading was break but don't break. So it's like, you don't want this to destroy you or break you. So don't let it. Let me get some time. I almost forgot. I was about to end the reading, but this is the tea leaf cards. So I'm going to do us a split. And grasshopper could be significant. That it could be a keyword or a spirit animal that you've been seeing or resonating with. But let's get 3 small piles and get kind of a time frame or, you know, synchronicities or signs or something for the collective, basically. Let's see for the collective, what are they needing to see and hear, feel, what's coming in for the collective. So we have wealth, I love that, and we have ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. So a union, maybe you are collaborating or being in a contract, because rings, you know, or literally being engaged to, or someone's going to be buying you jewelry. You're going to be doused up in the diamonds. I'm hearing some of you are going to be really dressed up and loved, very well loved. And I love that we're manifesting all this in. Dagger, fear, worries, tense situations. When you get what you want, you're going to be having some of this energy, okay? People are going to be jealous that you're getting what you want. They want to figure out what this magic is. Refer them to me. Just kidding. I mean, not just kidding, like definitely if you see someone struggling with their fears, worries, in their situations, they tend to want to spread that energy, or like, because if they can't figure out how to solve it, they tend to spread it. Mule. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Again, if someone's unwilling to change, then they're going to be trying to make you change and conform to you. Oops. I'm not going to take all of these. I'm just not. I'm sorry. So I'll take these, and I'll take horse. So it says, shield, you need to defend yourself. Yes, definitely defend yourself from these people who are worried. If you're not worried, then why are they worried? You know, like you're the one in the experience. And so if you have worries, just see if someone, this is a lot. You guys are in some chaos, with like many people, and that's all right, because, okay, again, we're very attractive inside and out, those of you in the collective. And so stay with your alignment, stay with your intentions, and then hopefully your partner or those situations that you find yourself in are continue to stay in alignment. This can shift, but you can always shift it back as well. You need to defend yourself. Don't put yourself in a situation that makes you look worse. Really make sure that you do your part. Short journey and vacation. Maybe you need a day trip or a weekend trip with your partner in order to stay close, in order to make sure that they feel like they're paid attention to, or that you can get the attention from them that you want. Okay, vacation and short journey. Maybe you haven't known your person for very long, and you're worried about like all these other people who want you, or other people who want your person. Take that however it works for you, because, like, again, if you or your person is really attractive, it's no brainer that then people are going to want what you have, or you know what I mean. If your person is really hot, sexy, attractive, if you're very hot, sexy, attractive, okay, that's going to, you're, of course, like, you're always gonna be having to be transparent and transmute and work with that. Dealings or a relationship with a woman. Bow, you are highly thought of. Ant, work, achievement, success. Hills, obstacles to overcome. Obstacles are these things that will come in the way of the things that you want. A career, there's going to be competition always. There's going to be another person always. There's always going to be another thing. Something. There's always going to be something, okay? You will be shown the way. Let the intuition tell you, okay? These all could be a sign that you've seen recently. Maybe you've been seeing ants. Maybe you have had ants in your space. And you need to work to clear your space, work on being collaborative, embody the ant energy. How do ants work together? They are all very small. They are all very small and add to a greater collective, right? And so this is all part of that. Obstacles to overcome. See the obstacles and overcome them. Another person in the energy doesn't have to sway the connection, or another opportunity doesn't have to sway your stability. I'm hearing candle, you'll be shown the way. Horse, short journey, wisdom. Okay, I'm hearing horses could be significant, right? Because we're literally seeing it here. You could be dealing with horses. You could have been proposed to recently. Again, with the ring. Women, you could be interested in a woman, or a woman, or you are a woman or are worried about a woman. Maybe they have pretty hair. Younger man, maybe you're really used to how younger men operate, okay? Dealings or a relationship with a younger man, and that this grown energy, you're not used to it. Marriage, firecracker, excitement. If you want this marriage, if you want union, if you want wealth, if you want, like, whatever is here that's validating for you, that you are manifesting, what you need to pay attention to is what those things that make you excited. Okay, the big thing is if you want union with your partner, union with, feeling like your life is just correct, it belongs, you are one with the universe, you like feel the flow, everything about your life feels natural. Flow with your excitement, and you'll have this marriage of you with your life. Or marriage if you literally want marriage, but I'm not going to read it as as actual marriage in the 3D sense. I'm taking in marriage as in like being one with your desires, with what you want. Okay? And so absolute divine blessings. I'm so happy that I got to read such gorgeous energy for you guys. You guys are attracting a lot. Realize that you can attract everything, and so just receive only what you want. If you want good things, accept good things. You don't want bad things, reject the bad things. And make sure to be very clear and specific. If you want one person, make that person, like, let that person know that they're the only person. If you want more than one person, let all of those people know that there's more than one person. Okay? And then if you keep things clear and specific and direct in that way, you can get as much of anything that you want. You can have as many girlfriends as you want, as many boyfriends as you want, as much money as you want, as much jobs as you want, as much vacation time as you want. You choose that, but you have to be honest and direct and clear. Pay attention to yourself first and then others next, for the alignment purpose, not for judgment. Don't pay attention to people to judge them. Pay attention to people in the context of, are they in alignment with me? Yes or no? And then anything after that could be you just saying a curse. Like, just don't say, if you have something to say about somebody, make it loving. If it's not anything but loving, you're saying curse words in this space. So just be magical, and I hope you continue enjoying being with me. This was Magic with Melly. Until next time, I'll see you on Melly Monday, or on my other social media pages where I sing, create, or just connect. All right, goodbye. Take care.